The hidden dangers in being a victim of circumstances to situations and events, or poor me, or feeling sorry for yourself. The hidden detriments in it is it takes away power within you, within your soul. It it depletes you to what you have in your tank of petrol, in your spirit. It depletes you for a lot of reasons. Um, but the first one that comes to mind is that you become at the mercy of events that are out of your control. That's the danger. And when things go skew with, or when things go haywire, or bloody don't turn out how you would hope they would not turn out, which every event does have challenges, then you're going to struggle to manage your own feelings. It's all going to be based on the event and the people that are surrounded in the event with you, if there's anybody else in the event with you. Why me? Um, Life's unfair. This always happens to me. I can never get a shot. I can never win. Life sucks. Life's hard. Life's a struggle. If I didn't have other people in my life, it wouldn't be like this. If this didn't happen, I wouldn't feel this. It keeps you there. It keeps you there. Where the other option, if you want to become a bit more independent when you get disappointed, or when you get hurt, or when people abuse your trust, um, when other people have got different motives, when there's unforeseen stuff too, like it doesn't have to be all loaded from the other person to put you in there. For an example, you could be in a relationship with somebody and something could happen to them, and it's everybody else's fault. Poor partner. How dare they do that to my partner? Well, probably your partner might have had a little bit to play in it. You'd have to be very unlucky for somebody not to have something to play in something, but that does happen too. It certainly does happen. The other option is to talk about those emotions when we do feel like we're being depleted, or we're hurt, or we're in pain, or disappointment, or things don't go the way we want, or other things, as I said, out of your control happens. Staying in that framework of being a victim and woe is me will probably keep you like that all your life, unless you want to see another way to cope or to feel better ultimately. by taking accountability and taking stock of yourself in every given situation, when life will throw a curveball at you. I was a victim all my life. I was a victim to the system. I was a victim to drugs. I was a victim to pain. I was a victim to hurt. I was a victim to disappointment. I had a part to play in all of it. I don't know why I arrived at being a victim to it all. It was a way to cope. It was a way to manage it. There was some comfort in there for me, being a victim to the decisions and the actions that I was making on a day-to-day basis. There was some comfort. And that comfort was I could be free by directing it. And I find that interesting. If you can just get comfortable with a place of direction other than a victim or poor me, other than, and let's make sure it's not going to hurt anybody, that's a good place to be. That's a real good place to be. Well, it appears once we understand a directive to deal with it, we do it. And if that's participating in events like a victim, which leaves you completely disempowered, changing the direction of how we're going to cope with it. Knowing that may give a sense of freedom. Trying a new way may give a sense of freedom. But you're not going to know that unless you try. If you keep doing the same thing, well, you're going to get the same outcomes. And what's the outcome of being a victim? Well, you become heavy. You become emotionally heavy on other people. That's for sure. And it isolates you, and it isolates the people that are close to you that you have imposed that behaviour upon. Monkey see, monkey do, you know. If your parents are like that, well, more than likely you're going to be like. If your peers are like that, you're going to be like that. So you've got a pretty big taskmaster to overcome that. But it's possible. Don't let fear scare you. It's not going to kill you. It's definitely possible. So the consequences of it can singular individuals or groups apart from other groups or people. It can isolate you. And you don't want to be isolated. You don't want to be emotionally isolated, like hopefully. You want to be emotionally free. You want to be emotionally open. You want to appear vulnerable. You want to appear gullible. You want to appear wanting to learn, you know. You want to appear excited for new things. And you get that with new ways. You don't get it stuck in that old boot, that old leather boot. Or going to places where you're familiar with. You don't get it there. You got to step out. So yeah, it's not a good place to be, and it's hard to grow from that. These little these little road signs and little maps, they're important to look at because they can stop people discovering emotional freedom. And I'm not saying, the emotional freedom is always plain sailing. It's not. There's challenges in it, like there's challenges every other day. But the reward does come eventually. It does come in time. It comes. Like anything, once you make the commitment to this accountability, it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's like building a business. It's like developing a new relationship. It's no different. And if you're prepared to put in the time and stay committed to the principles of your heart and soul and your own truth without imposing that as much as you possibly can, not onto other people. As I said, you're always going to impose something onto others, but in your quietest moments, if you can take stock of it and look at a new way, you can go beyond being a victim to anything in life. Who wants to deal with a victim mentality? It's not very optimistic. It keeps the shackles on. Keeps the shackles on you. So if you want to break it, change it. When you feel like a victim or poor me, do something about it. Pull yourself up. Move on. Start visualizing beyond it. Start imagining a life beyond that. And if you can't imagine a life beyond whatever it is, well, you got some more creativity to do within yourself because you can find it somewhere. Everybody can. There's a new world waiting for everybody if they're prepared to seek it. Seek and you'll find. Ask and you'll receive. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen if you do it once. It's like building that muscle in the gym, mate. you got to keep working it. You got to keep working it. And if you've been working at something prior to maybe watching this and you're not seeing any results, I think that shows to you this training isn't working. You need to find some new exercises. Being aware of it is the start. That's the start. Admitting it is the other thing. And then you can do something about it. It's up to you. Have a good weekend.